Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Theros Beyond Death draft here on MTGO. Before I dive in, I have a huge announcement. We have a special guest for this episode. Welcome, Court of Calls. Alex is here. He is one of the hosts on the Limited Level Ups podcast, and he's also just an overall fantastic player. Welcome to the video, Alex.
Hey, thanks for having me, Nicolai. Great to be back.
Yep, he is a third time returning guest, and he's never lost while guesting, so we're going to put that on the line. What do you like out of this pack?
So the ones that stick out to me are Timurate Calls the Dead. It's a pretty good card. I like this card. I've heard a lot of people be like, oh, like it's kind of dorky. It doesn't do that much. But like the fact that it mills you and feels your escapes really big while giving you, two creatures. So I like this card out of this pack as the best card, I think. Other cards that stand out to me are like Mired Triton, Omen of the Sea, and Pious Wayfinder would be my next three cards that are great.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much that entire pick order. I think Timurate Calls it. The fact that it mills you 6 cards is so much.
It's a lot. Yeah,
that fuels so much stuff. Also, folks, if in case you have not been reminded enough, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below if you do enjoy the video. I didn't want to put that in the first pack little pre-monologue because I wanted to introduce my guest and talk about the cards, but I did want to put that in there somewhere in the first couple picks. So surprise, got you, I guess. Okay, what do you like in this pack?
Ooh, this is a much rougher pack. There is nothing that really stands out. The black cards in this pack are decent. Like Charger and Soul Reaper are good, but they're not, not cards I would like to first pick. I think I would just follow up this with the Charger, but that's just because this is a fairly weak pack. What are you feeling about?
I'm actually really down on Charger. Like the fact that it can't block has been so relevant for me, and I just don't take this card very highly anymore. I'd rather use my graveyard for other things. I just don't love the card.
So do you want to take the gold card maybe?
I
just
because it's like the gold card or the Return to Nature, the ones that I'm looking at this pack.
Yeah, let's just take the gold card. I like red black a lot. I definitely agree that Charger has gone way down for me. Like it's a card that I just side out on the draw a lot of the time because you can't afford to have your 3-drop just not block. But yeah, wow.
Rewarded. That's called advanced signal reading, folks. For those that don't know, I had a feeling that Perforus' intervention was coming.
Yeah, the 6 soul read on our opponents here.
Soul read.
So this means a few things, right? I think this means the implication here is that somebody took a black common, I would say, like one of the great black commons, because this happens in the set a lot because black is so good, people just try to move into black early, even if it means passing a slightly better card of another color. I have Perforos' intervention is better than all the commons, like better than Mire's Grasp, better than Final Death, just barely. And I could see somebody just being like, hey, I like black enough to just want to take the Final Death over Perforos' intervention. I'm personally not there, and I'm very excited that we got this card third pick. So yeah, I think let's just take that.
If this weren't in the pack, what would you take? Maybe the Venomous
Probably Metamized Prophecy. Oh, sorry, Omen of the Sea. I think Omen of the Sea is better. Yeah, it's better than Metamized Prophecy.
Do you like Metamized Prophecy? Like, do you play it?
I do, yeah. I like the card quite a bit. I don't prioritize it all that highly. I'll take it, fourth pick. I think Omen of the Sea is slightly better just because you get the card right away. You can, it's instant speed, which matters. But yeah, I like both cards.
I've gotten burned by Metamize a lot by it just being really clunky to just kind of have to call your shot, and then you draw a card that would have been better to play, and you still are forced into it. Or you only have a 3-drop, and you have to say you're gonna play your 3-drop on turn 4 because it's your only card you can know you're gonna cast. So I've been a little bit off of it, but I can understand that. For sure, it's definitely a playable card. Okie doke. So we pick 3. We've gone black card, black, red, gold card, red card. So we have kind of a red signal in the Perforce intervention. What do you like in this pack?
So I really like Agonizing Remorse. I think that's what I'm going to take here. But Heliod's Pilgrim is a really close second here. I think the fact that we're hypothesizing that somebody that's passing to us is trying to take black cards very highly means that taking a black card here is kind of a little bit risky just because we just might not see good black cards the rest of this pack. That being said, we can cut it the opposite way. So then pack 2, we'll get the good black cards that were cut from us in pack 1. So, either way, I think that pick is very close. Heliod's Pilgrim leans more towards being like, okay, this is probably going to be the more open color, but Agonizing Remorse goes better with our other cards. So it's kind of a wash, and I like taking the slightly more powerful card there.
Okie doke. I've got some questions for you, but I'll save them towards the garbage picks at the end of the pack where we'll have
For
spare
sure.
time. But what do you like in this pack? I like currently thinking maybe Portent of Betrayal as a speculative pick, maybe Deny the Divine. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I like just taking Portent here. I've come up a lot on this like sacrifice theme.
Mm-hmm.
In my red-black decks, or just in my red decks in general, with some sacrifice outlets. Just
Yeah.
Mostly because I think that nice little reward there. I think that the 5 drops, the War Leader of Scophos, I think it's called the 4/5 that you can sack.
I like
Something
that
to
card.
give it. Yeah, I like that card a lot, and that's just a card I want 2 to 3 of in my red decks anyway. So just having a copy of Portent Betrayal is really, really nice.
Yeah. Here we're going to slam Slaughter, Priest of Mogus. There's not really anything else that's close. Loathsome Chimera and Return to Nature coming around pretty late. Pious Wayfarer is a card that I'm up on. I know you were initially one of the first people to be high on this, and since we're not going to maybe get another chance to talk about it, what do you like about Pious Wayfarer? Because we're just clearly
it's a 1-drop that makes combat very, very hard for the opponent. It either presses a lot of damage or just makes blocks close to impossible. It's actually my second or third best white common at the moment. I think it's very good and pretty underrated still.
Okie doke, yeah, that's a very high stance to have. I think I have it a little bit lower than that, but I've just because there's some decks that run a little bit light on enchantments, so it needs the right home.
Yeah.
But I had a deck with 4 of him, and I was very happy to have it in that type of deck.
Yeah, they're great in multiples, right?
Some late green cards here. There's also a Final Flare, which is a card I'm much higher on than I was at the start of the format. Another pretty cool combo with Portent of Betrayal. You can also sacrifice the Timurit Calls the Dead, which is cool. So I think Final Flare is probably just the pick up here.
Agreed. Yeah. So these 3 green cards, worth noting that like all 3 of them are decent, but I'm not high on any of them. Like even Elysian Caryatid, which looks like a card
below decent. I think this card's like
yes. Yeah. I the 2 one is definitely below the other ones. Caryatid's a card I was really high on before, but now it's just kind of like it's a whatever card.
So it looks like we kind of got like got pushed into black red a little bit by our picks, but there have been some late green signals. We've seen a couple Loathsome Chimeras coming around, but like there's never been a point to jump in. Here, do you just like taking the Mogus' favor to stay in our color? Maybe speculate on Rise of Glory, even though it doesn't really.
Yeah, I like the Mogus' favor here. I'm a little bit lower on this card than the rest of the world. I like it. I like the first copy in all my black decks. I know some people like playing 2 to 3 copies. I'm not as big of a fan of that. But yes, I do like having access to one, especially
with Timurit Calls the Dead.
Yeah, with Timurit, it's great, and just having if you ever pick up a Hateful Eidolon, that's a really great engine.
Oh yeah, that's been amazing.
Ooh, nice little reward here.
We wheeled a lot of great cards in this pack.
Yeah, this was an interesting pack because this was our first pack,
and we were looking at pick out of the pack. This was like your 4th favorite card.
Yeah, it was. It was what were the other cards? It was like
well, we picked the Timurit
Mire Triton. There was a Mire Triton.
There's a Mire Triton. There was an Omen of the Sea.
And the Omen. Yeah. So this pick's interesting. I think I'm gonna lean towards Lampad over the 3/1, but that pick is close. I like. The Rage Hound is really, really good in red-black because red-black's really attrition-y and you get to bring the Rage Hound back a lot of the time. In some color combinations, that's not true. Like, I don't love Rage Hound in red-white. But having access to the first Lampad is really powerful, especially when we already have a Portent.
Yeah, and we get a second Portent here as a nice little payoff.
Yeah, I take this Portent here. I mean, I don't think it's likely that we're going to play more than 2 of them, even if we are sacrifice-heavy, but you know, it's nice to pick it up here where we don't have to spend a real pick on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really high on Scavenging Harpy either. It's just kind of small for its cost. Same with Hero of the Games. And Portent has been pretty nice. Now we get
Thrill's nice too.
Are you excited to get
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying, I know that you're a little higher on this card and you've got some cool logic behind it. Would you like to explain why you like this card?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm definitely, like you said, I'm high on this card, higher than I was before, for sure. But the main reason, other than just being able to filter through your deck, is that when you put Thrill and another card in your graveyard, that quote-unquote draws you a card a lot of the time when you have escape cards in your deck, because that's almost 1 full card worth of escaping, right? Because say you have a Underworld Charger, right? That card needs 3 cards to escape. So putting Thrill and another card in your grave, that is almost that 3 cards there. So it's almost like drawing 3 cards in a way.
Yeah. Which is pretty sweet. Now that we're getting to the garbage picks, why do you like Agonizing Remorse? Because this is a card there's a lot of controversy around, and when we picked it, we didn't really talk. We talked about like what you were taking it over and things like that, but we didn't really talk about specifically why this card was a good card for the deck. So what makes you like Agonizing Remorse?
So few things here. I think a lot of times when we think of discard spells in limited, like the targeted reveal your hand, take something. A lot of times when we see those cards, they only say take a non-creature. right? Take an instant or sorcery or something. This one just lets you take anything. It doesn't care what you're taking. And exiling it is huge. The other knock against discard spells unlimited is that they're bad top decks. But in this format where you have escape creatures in almost every deck or escape cards in almost every deck, even off the top on turn 10, this can snag a escape card, which is really, really nice for, your turn 10 remove discard spell.
So yeah, I like that logic as well. Okay, perfect. But you don't like it enough to take a second one here, right? You'd rather just get
it's close.
Good 2-drop or a good 4-drop. We are light on creatures.
We are light on creatures. I am tempted to take it, but I think that I would just take the Incendiary Oracle. The reason that I'm kind of willing to take Agonizing Remorse here over Incendiary Oracle, or potentially, is that I know we're gonna get comparable 2-drops to Incendiary Oracle, right? We're not gonna get another chance at Agonizing Remorse, or there's a good chance we won't, right? And there's a lot of matchups where we definitely want 2 copies of the card. So I'm gonna take Oracle here, but I think that's a bit of a conservative pick. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Is there any consideration to Maze Warden there? Like, I think Maze Warden's a little bit, maybe even better than Incendiary Oracle, and we do kind of lack some beef at the top end of our curve, while we do already have a few 2-drops, which kind of.
I like the card. Yeah, I like Maze Warden. I think that it is about even on power with Oracle, and I just want to pick up a few 2s before a few 4s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't even really. I think the thing with our deck is we don't have any creatures, and when you don't have any creatures, or you have few creatures, at least going into pack 2, that's just something I kind of note in my head to prioritize creatures, and getting another Agonizing Remorse over a creature there just seems like very risky to me. Especially when we already have an Agonizing Remorse. Like, we'd ideally be able to get this hero of the games out of our deck, and if we don't count that, then now we only have 4 creatures in our deck. So yeah, that was just a pick that I feel like just real conservative. Here, do you just take Elspeth Conquers Death, just one of the best uncommons in the set, fits in our color.
Yeah, Elspeth's Nightmare. I have this as the second best uncommon in the set.
Really?
Right behind Freak is one. Yeah, over Shimmerwing. It's very close. Like, and I don't think it's really that important to say this one's number 2 and Shimmerwing's number 3. I think they're almost equal in power, but this one gets the nod for me. Yeah, it's just so backbreaking, right? Like, when you kill their 2-drop and take something,
you feel like you lose. I've played against this card, and I feel like I can't win when they do that to me.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Now, I kind of like Omen of the Forge here, but I have a feeling you're going to want to take Underworld Charger. I don't know why I get that feeling, but I just have that feeling.
No, you nailed it. I would take Omen of the Forge.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. I'm so sad that we're passing Wavebreak. Wavebreak is so sick. I love that card.
Yeah, that card's very good.
But yeah, we obviously.
I really want my first Omen here, especially with Final Flare in the pile.
Yeah, I love Final Flare. Final Flare, I'm so high on this card. It has been so good for me, and I think it's so sick with Omen of the Forge. One thing you said earlier that I do want to mention is you said you take this over every common in the set. I'm like, what do you like so much about this card that you take this over like Mire's Grasp or something like, or like Final Death? Like for 3 mana you can deal 4 damage to something, or 4 damage you can deal 6 damage. Is it just like the flexibility, or like I feel like the Exile is pretty relevant on Final Death as well? Why do you like Perforce's Intervention over those types of cards?
Yeah, so it scales. It scales really nicely with the game, like you said. You can kill a 2-drop, kill a 3-drop, but basically at every point in the curve, this trades up or even on mana, right? So it's just a nice, flexible and efficient removal spell. And then the second mode is relevant a lot of the time. Like, you just 6 your opponent.
I did lose to that mode before.
Yeah,
it feels bad. Definitely feels bad. Here, I mean, just jamming Iroas's Blessing. We are relatively creature light, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we can hope to get maybe some expendables like Temple Thief back, some Incendiary Oracles back. So
we saw some. We saw some just kind of like medium red and black creatures earlier in this pack. So I'm sure some of them are going to make their way back to us, especially because if you think about our pack 1, the end of that pack had so many red and black cards, just a density of them, right? That just means not a lot of people on the table are in red and black. So we are likely to wield these middling red and black cards, or at least some of them.
One of the things I think is very interesting is how if we don't open Timret Calls the Dead, there's basically no universe where we don't end up red-blue here, I don't think, because we didn't see any like great black cards. So like we opened this card and then we second picked like Slaughter Priest or something like that, which like was because we already had a black card. We took a black, red, gold card, and then we like got like after that the pack we got like Agonizing Remorse, and then the rest of the pack was just kind of a couple junkers. And then this pack we've seen a lot of blue. In the first pack we saw a decent amount of blue. So I think the person passing to us is definitely in black, and like it's just like you have to make sure you have at least one open color if you're going to be playing these powerful cards that we do have. I guess this counts as a creature, so I shouldn't be like saying we're super creature light. We do have one extra creature I wasn't thinking about. Do you like just taking the Soul Reaper here?
Yep, I like having access to the first Soul Reaper here.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to note that you said earlier said that you'd hope to take Hero of the Games out of our deck. I actually don't mind the card. Like, I don't think it's great. It's definitely not, hey, wow, like, red black really wants this card. But just having Irose's Blessing as one of the better red commons, just being able to go that into kill something, pump my team a little bit. Like, there's just like a little bit of incidental value. Even put a Mogus' Favor on it. So like, I don't love the card in red black, but I think it's a fine playable, and I'm not like, oh, I need to cut this card or anything like that.
Do we just speculate on Mischievous Chimera here in case we open a great card? I mean, do we don't want to second?
I think if we took the Wavebreak Hippocamp, I would be willing to do that. I think we're at the point now where if we take this this Chimera, we're speculating a bit much, and we might end up in a place where we're lacking playables. So I would just take the second hero, I think. I mean, I do like speculating this late in the draft personally, but I think in this specific spot, I think I like the 3.
I'm just taking this Chimera because I don't think there's any world where we play the hero. Though I'm willing to watch us crash and burn with our
I think there is a world personally, but
like, we have 17 playables going, and we all have a full pack to go, and we're like red is wide open. And we're gonna probably wheel some stuff. I mean, we have over a pack to go.
That's fair.
I think that probably just stems from the fact that I'm lower on Hero of the Games than you, and you're like, oh, that's a solid card, and I'm like, oh, there's a card that I hope to cut. So like, that's probably the difference. Here, do you just like Rage Guard Berserker? There's Wings of Hubris. Which card do you like here?
Yeah, I would take Berserker here. Like you said, we're missing a little bit of beef. So just having this 5-drop. It's funny, all the 5-drops in the set, like, none of them are like, yes, get in the deck, but a lot of them are just like, yeah, this card's super solid.
It's good to know that you think Minotaurs are just beef. Like, they're just cows to you. You just ignore their human elements.
Yes.
Okay, just another Berserker or an Impending Doom. Like, there's a Thirst Remaining spec, and we're not going to speculate on that. I'm just throwing that out there as a kind of joke. This is more in case we opened an absurd blue card that we really wanted to play. What do you like here? Just taking another Rage card?
I would take Impending Doom. I think this card's pretty powerful. Just putting this on your 2-drop means they have to answer it. And like, against some colors, like against white, you might not do that. You might not just like suit up your 2-drop because it might just have Dreadful Apathy. But against some colors like green or red, it really puts on a lot of pressure.
Dang, this card wheeled. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nuts. Of these 2-drops, if you were to pick one of them, which one do you think you would take here?
Kind of funny. So I think in a vacuum, most red-black decks want Discordant Piper, just having 2 values to sacrifice. But I think we're not super sacrifice heavy, or like not super sacrifice outlet heavy. I would just take the Oread if I were to take one of these 2-drops. Just, our deck's pretty grindy. We don't have any card advantage currently, so just like a way to grind through our lands or our more expensive spells that we can't cast is something that I would value here.
We have 5 ways to sacrifice things. I think that's pretty heavy, right? 1, 2, 3,
oh yeah, I missed. 5? Yeah, I missed the flare, and I was looking at the 2-drop slot first. Okay, yeah, you're right. We have a decent amount. I don't
even like. The thing is that I don't find that the sacrifice is like you sacrifice your card and you get a lot of value from having a second one. I find it to be more like you'd rather sacrifice your opponent's creatures with a portent or something like that. And in the decks that I have found, at least, it's been more beneficial to just have ways to get through your dead cards than to have like a 2-1 that's mostly irrelevant on the board that you
that's a good way to
sacrifice to get an extra +2/+0. It's like you don't really want to be spending those resources.
Yeah, totally agree.
Just gonna take the
I actually like Aspect Manticore a decent amount.
Yeah.
I've come up on this card.
Yeah, it's been pretty like ferocious. This is a great draft.
Pun intended there.
Oh, ha.
Give something ferocious, most likely.
Oh, I just kind of came up with that unconsciously. My subconscious mind is a miracle. I think red is just wide open. I don't think anyone else is playing red, probably.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like,
and so we didn't like you were saying, black's not that open, but this is kind of just what happens in a lot of these 8-person pods where you'll open a good black card, maybe you pick another good black card, and then it just dries up because everybody just wants to be in black, and that's just like a function of the format, right? It's okay, and like you said, it's okay to like play your Timber Calls Dead and Elspeth's Nightmare as long as your second color is open, right? That's totally fine.
Our deck is just like we have a fully built like 23 already. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nice. We are a little creature light, like you said, but we have a good start.
And then we get this pack. There's an Omen of the Dead. There's a Blight Breath Catoblepus. There's no red cards, which is just unlucky. Mantle of the
sort
Wolf.
of rough.
Ugh. Yuck.
I like picking up my first Omen. Like, it would be better if we could pick up a quality creature here. But having access to one of these cards is really nice. Mm-hmm. There's a world where I just take the Mantle of the Wolf and pick up, a Traveler's Amulet at some point and jam it in there because we have a few filtering tools. Really so that's not something I'd be opposed to, but I think just taking the Omen here is decent.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit rough too because we have red, black, gold cards which want to be cast on turn 2, and then if you put a forest in your deck, as soon as you draw like the forest or the Traveler's Amulet, it just makes it really clunky on the mana. But I could totally see splashing this type of card. Like if we already had a Traveler's Amulet, it might make sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mire's Grasp, nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Haktos a little bit? I know this card started off, everyone was like, oh, this card's unbeatable. But I know a lot of people, including you, have come down on it. Would you like to explain why this card's like bad? Or why
yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't call it like straight bad or anything. But like you said, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think the card kind of suffers from people noticing the times when it's absurd and then kind of forgetting about the times when it's not. A lot of the times, when you call 4, when this lands on 4, it's great because it's not that likely that your opponent will have an answer to it just because not many people have that many 4-cost cards in their deck. And even if they do answer it with a 4-drop, you at least trade it even on mana. But the times when it lands on 2 and 3, it gets just blocked or removed almost right away. So yes, there is high upside, but I find most of the time it's just like a medium card that trades with a 2-drop.
Mm-hmm. So in this pack, what would your pick order be? Would it be Mire's Grasp, then Hierophant, then Lampad? That's kind of my pick order, I think.
I think with Double Portent, I would go Mire's Grasp, Lampad, Hierophant. But maybe if we had a few more escape creatures, I would be on the Hierophant.
Ooh, so then now there's another interesting pick because there's a sacrifice payoff, and we do have a lot of sacrifice shenanigans. And then there's also a Rage Hound, which, important to note, the other Rage Hound did wheel last time, so maybe it's more likely to wheel this time. Though by that same note, maybe the Blood Aspirant's relatively likely to wheel because there's nobody else playing red. And then there's an Oread, Temple Thief. This is an interesting pick, I think. What do you like? I think I'm leaning towards Rage Hound, but I'd be interested to hear what you think.
Yeah, I like Rage Hound too. I actually am not that big a fan of Blood Aspirant. I think the card is okay. Mm-hmm. I like it better when you're planning to always be the beatdown, and I think that our deck is kind of just more like grindy mid-rangey that can get to a good, start of a good beatdown start. It's just a little bit it's a little bit clunky. I think the card is fine, but I think picking up our, one, we don't have any escape cards, right? I think this might be our
2 Mogus's favors.
Sure, 2 Mogus's favor. I think we're maybe going to play 1, maybe 2 of them, but picking up that 3rd escape creature, just being able to make sure we use our grave as a resource, is going to be something that I'm looking to value highly. Because if your graveyard's not being used for escape creatures and your opponent's graveyard is, they get access to an additional resource that you don't get to employ, right? Mm-hmm. So just making sure your grave is actually being used for something is something I value highly.
One other benefit of the Blood Aspirant is it does work if the Saga sacrifice themselves, which is something to keep in mind.
That is true.
But yeah, it's still not going to be worth taking anything over Rage Hound. But yeah, we get a fantastic pack here. The Mire Triton and a Tectonic Giant. I mean, obviously Tectonic Giant's absurd, and we're going to take that. But Mire Triton's great. There's another Portent. I don't think we'd play 3, but it's a good card, kind of, like, for our deck to see.
Yeah.
3rd pick, Tectonic Giant, is great, because it means, like, any red card that gets opened is going to get to us, which is amazing. And it's a
great sign.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I think your read on red being open was definitely correct. So
yeah, I think it wasn't really hard to read once we saw
second
to last pick Incendiary Oracle, just like nobody. It's like on the blacklist. Ironic because we're playing black as well, but there's a Hierophant, there's a Manticore. Probably just take the Hierophant. We already have a Manticore. Have you ever gone off with Nyx Bloom Ancient in your 84 drafts of the format?
I have not gone off with Nyx Bloom Ancient. Or this card is it's a pipe dream, I think.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, what mana sink would you like ideally have to like pump mana?
Oh, we go off with our Perforos's intervention. We could make a gigantic fireball.
Oh my gosh! Channel Fireball Unlimited.
Channel Fireball. There's the combo.
Just splash Nyxborn Ancient now. Audible into green just to play that.
Yeah.
Ooh, this pack has a lot of goodies. There's Furious Rise, which doesn't really work with any of our cards, so that not really that one, I guess. But there's a Funeral Rites, Lampad, another Omen, Trickster, I guess. Which one of these cards do you like?
Yeah, this is interesting. I think I like taking my second Omen here. Oh, sorry, my second Lampad here. Omen is close, especially because we picked up a high value target in Tectonic Giant. But I think with double port, we really just want to maximize on our cheap sacrifice outlets, and Lampad is being 1 mana is huge. And I think just like getting that, quote unquote, that 14th creature, if we count Timber calls it as our 13th, that just shores up our creature base, and I think it's the more well-rounded pick here.
I will say that I am really missing a hero of the games right now.
Yeah, look at all the stuff we target. We have so many targeting things.
Yeah, obviously. Just like I'm not. Is this one even gonna make our deck? Like, we have 29 cards.
Maybe?
We got to make like 6 cuts.
I mean, we have a lot of like non-creatures that we could cut.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't know. I don't know how likely it is that we're playing Aspect of Manticore or like Double Favor.
Probably gonna cut a favor and Aspect in the hero. Probably just take a Funeral Rites here though. Over.
Yeah, I like. I might just take the Thrill, but I think Funeral Rites is also comparable.
We could take
like it's close enough, and it doesn't pay. It only is it's 2 mana instead of 3, and
yeah,
it's set.
I don't think we're playing it either way. We already have a Thrill, and we're probably not gonna play Funeral. What do you like? Do you like Flowing Cyclops in any deck, or you just think it's unplayable?
I don't think it's unplayable. It's just like it's not a card that I'm happy about. Right? Like I think the way you feel about Hero of the Games is the way I feel about Flowing Cyclops. This card is it's just like I just really don't want the card in my deck. It's just like very okay in green-red when you can like play it early. Maybe you have 4 power payoffs, but other than that, it's just.
So Sword or Familiar?
I would just Sword here. We might run into like a blue matchup with a bunch of turtles.
True.
It's a good side in.
Now there's Aspect, lots of blue cards, but we kind of have our path set.
Yeah, how do you feel about? Wow, how do you feel about Aspect as a card?
I have not played it very much. I generally just don't think it's very good. Like, I play it when I need life gain for like specific reasons. Like if I have Treacherous Blessing, I'll play Aspect, or I'll side it in sometimes. But it's just really easy to get blown out, and it's just kind of horrifying art that I don't want to have to look at.
Yeah, I would take the Wrap here. Actually,
really,
I think it's like a good enough sideboard card against anytime that we are slightly not the beatdown and we want to get some blockers out of the way, or if our opponent just has a bunch of Caryatids or whatever. I think like go ahead. I was gonna say like I think we have. Oh, you know what? Maybe if we picked it, look, we can pick up another hero here, and then Wrap in Flames gets even better out of the board.
Wait, really? Do you want to pick the hero over Oread?
Oh, 100%. I think we have enough grindy elements already. I think we want to. So this pick for me. Oh, nice pick up here. This pick for me is like thinking about our games 2 and 3 mostly, not so much our game 1. Like the Wrap in Flames isn't going to be our main deck plan, but if we are in a spot where we want to bring in Wrap in Flames, having a few heroes in our deck makes it so that the Wrap in Flames is actually a card that grows in value, not just because our opponent has some X ones, but because we have these heroes in our deck, it adds kind of another access to our deck.
Is there like a second Wrap here?
Yeah, I'd be down for second Wrap.
I have like never been super happy with Wrap in Flames. Like I haven't been playing these like heroic decks. Like honestly, my go wide decks generally don't even have heroes. I just make so many tokens that it doesn't matter. And I've like not gone for the Wrap in Flames plan ever because Wrap in Flames feels like such a horrific card. But I know a lot of players do.
It's so good. It's so good. If you haven't played it with it in the red white deck, like give it a try. It's really good there.
I honestly feel like it's just it's like kind of my I always have like one card that I just disagree with everybody on. Like I still think Ill-Gotten Inheritance is terrible. Like even after everyone's playing it all the time. And yeah, just things like that. Like I feel like I just don't like this type of card. Like it's just the type of card that just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, even in our deck, if we were to play it, I'm not saying we're going to, but like we have ways to pitch it, right? We have the Thrill if we were going to play that card. So even if it's a situational card, right? It's not a card that's great all the time, but when it's good, it's great. The way to mitigate that, or the way I like to mitigate that, is making sure you have ways to pitch it when it's bad. So maybe, I don't know, give it a try. I'd recommend trying it out, and if you really still hate it,
it's always worth trying things out for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like these are like the preliminary cuts that I've been considering, but I'd obviously like to hear what you think of like cuts and options.
Yeah, I definitely agree with third Portent out. I don't think we want to play the third Portent. So how about do you want to try a little bit of an exercise here that I like to do?
Okay,
So
sure.
when I'm on 30 playables like this, I actually like to take the opposite approach. So I like to put everything in the board and bring in the cards, and I'm like, this is the core of my deck. I know I want to play these cards, and then kind of build around those. Right?
Okay.
A lot of times you end up with 25 playables, and it's very easy to get the last two cuts. But when you have this like huge card pool to choose from, it can be kind of tricky. And sometimes you start cutting cards, you're like, okay, this is now I got down to 23. You kind of miss some cards that you're like, oh, this card isn't good anymore because I cut these other cards. So I like just building from our plan and then making the cuts after if we get to above 23.
When did we? I was like, wait, when did we get an impending doom?
Yeah, well, we picked pretty late. We picked it up late.
These are just cards.
Yeah, I think
we have a lot of good red cards. I think we probably definitely want to play at least one Portent.
First Portent for sure. I agree. I actually wouldn't. I don't think I'm playing Mogus' favor in this deck.
Really?
Maybe the first one is potentially like I could see playing the first one, but I don't love it considering we have a lot of removal and we have a lot of ways to interact. I kind of don't want a situational way to interact, you know? And maybe that's wrong considering we can just put it on our creatures and start beating down. But I feel like it's the most narrow version of a card we have multiple the most narrow effect the most narrow card across cards that we have multiple types of that card, right? We already have a bunch of removal, and I think Mogus' favor is just like the most situational version of that.
I can see what you're saying, but I think we also don't really have a ton of ways to use the graveyard. We only have one Rage Hound, and we do have like a decent amount of like removal for big stuff. So like having one way to kill the small things is kind of nice. I guess we have Omen of the Forge.
Yeah, we have Omen. We have Myers Grasp. How about this? We'll keep the first one in our initial build, and we'll see if
what happens. We're definitely not playing the second one.
So you tell me, in this build currently, I think this is our like we've distilled it down to like the 19 cards that we're like, yes, these are the most powerful, these are the most synergistic. What do you think we're missing in this little list here?
Okie doke. We have a lot of sacrifice outlets. We have 4 in this build currently, 5 if we include Final Flare. But I think we're missing top end. We don't have any we have like 2 big creatures to like win the game with, but we don't have like a lot of ways to just straight up attack the opponent and pressure them. So I think we need some beef. So maybe that's a good reason to add Rage Guard Berserker. That's just
I agree.
A nice top end finisher. We have a lot of ways to like kill stuff. We have Mogus' favor, or Omen of the Forge, Myers Grasp, Final Flare. We've got some decent value in the Tectonic Giant, and the Rage Hound. Honestly, I don't really know what the deck's missing. What do you think?
Yeah, so I mean, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Just like the beef, right? A lot of times when you have access to a lot of removal or interaction, you really do want just stats to capitalize on that, because when you interact, like if you're interacting, you're killing your opponent's creatures, you want to be able to end the game quickly so that they can't draw out of you removing all their best cards, right? So I agree, just having like raw stats and somewhat of a top one is nice. And speaking to that, I think this is honestly the place for hero of the games. Like I know I was trying to talk the card up before, but I think that just like having a 3-power attacker that can pump your other things situationally, I think that's what this deck actually wants. And it just fills our 3-drop spot as well.
Okay. I thought you were going to say this is actually the deck for Nyxborn Brute. 7 power, coming in hot. Okay, so we could play hero.
I always draft Nyxborn Brute, like, pick it up second to last pick. I'm like, maybe there's a chance, and then it just never ever makes the cut.
I definitely don't think this is a combat trick deck. We don't really have other like trickiness going on. We don't like want to be playing this type of card, I don't think, because we don't have enough creatures as it is. So I don't really like that. This probably isn't a thrill deck. I don't know. We kind of.
I think it's not a thrill deck just based on the fact that we just have a lot of better cards.
Yeah,
like we
thrill, discard normalish card, draw another good normalish card.
If we need what, 2 cards here? I would be interested in bringing in Agonizing Remorse.
These are the 2 that I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of sacrifice outlets. Soul Reaper Mogus is interesting as well, as just another 3-drop.
What do you think about cutting Mogs' favor in favor of Soul Reaper?
Interesting. We do I do like having extra creatures, but again, I think having just one way to use the graveyard is a little bit unreliable. And I found the first Mogus' favor to do pretty good work. It just like knocks down a lot of creatures, and it can be like game winning on its own. So it feels like high enough upside to be worth playing in the main deck, especially because it turns a lot of our smaller creatures into threats on their own.
Yeah, we have a lot of like high toughness creatures.
I would
yeah.
like consider cutting Hero. I would probably just cut Hero for Soul Reaper Mogus. Like that would just be me. But like
I think
I like experimenting.
The last 5 minutes have just been like me being like, we should cut Mogus' favor, and you being like, we should cut a Hero. The games and like none of it, neither of us budging.
We should just play one of each, and then just like whenever we draw one, you can just like flaunt the fact how the other one would have been better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the
I kind of want to get. I do want to get one more creature in
they
here.
Are
I think.
a combo. I will say, because if you draw
it is, yeah, it really is.
I think probably cut Portent and Betrayal. We have a lot of creature removal, and Portent is a little bit less reliable, even though it is super powerful.
Oh, how about this? How about we take out Omen of the Forge and put in Portent?
Okay.
And then we also bring in one of the 3 drops, like Soul Reaper.
Okay. We're getting all the compromises in. Okie doke.
Yeah.
I like it.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, this is cool. Omen of the Forge is interesting, but we already kind of have Mogus' favor to take down those things. And this is
we have favor, we have Grasp. Yeah. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. I like Omen, but...
Yeah, and we can always side it in. This is nice. We have 13-ish creatures, if we include the Timurit Calls the Dead. A lot of removal. Not sure how this is how I would have built the deck, but it's always cool to try new things, and I'm waiting for Hero to overperform my expectations.
Alright.
For mana bases, we just... They're weirdly like parallel. I thought we'd have way more red cards, but we actually have like only slightly more. So I think we just go 9-8 probably.
Yeah, I think so. So it's kind of a wash, and like you said earlier, having a red black 2-drop means that we want to maximize our chance of drawing both red and black on turn 2. So
yeah, I'm slightly worried by a lack of mana sinks, but we do have decent like expensive cards. These are like 4 drops, but they're actually 5 drops kind of. Just the way they play out. We have some Soul Reaper action. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we should be okay, man. Like the Omen helps too, just to dig and and you know, I think we have enough grindy elements that we should be okay on that front.
And we have some great sideboard options as well, which is always really useful for winning those post-board games. But yeah,
yes,
that's gonna do
for sure
for the draft portion, folks, and I'll see you in the matches along with Cord, who's sticking around.
Yeah.
Wow, that took a lot of scrolling. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a big shout out to all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Thank you so much for your support, and special thanks to my patrons that support at the credits level, Eric S., Stephen W., Brent, and Mr. Martinez. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to learn more about the Patreon, you can find that information at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We have made one change to the deck. That was... last second. We added the aspect of Manticore for the Mogus' favor. So when we draw that card, keep in mind that it could have been a Mogus' favor. But yeah, it's good to experiment, and we're going to follow what Alex has to say, because we only get Alex every once in a while, so we'll just... And he's led us to victory before, so...
Look, it was a compromise. We went back and forth on it. It wasn't a clear-cut decision.
It was a compromise where... You got everything you wanted. No, I'm kidding.
Those are the best compromises, though.
That's how compromise works. Okay, opponent is one of those players that does not play very quickly. This is unfortunately a mulligan.
Yeah, I would mull this. It's like close to close.
Ooh. Yikes.
This is a keep for me. Like, we need to draw a black source, but either black source or red card is good. And we're not that much of a fast deck. Like, we can get off the fast starts, but we're just fine chilling. And you know, if we miss on black for the first 5 turns, that should be okay. As long as our next 5 cards aren't just black card, black card, black card, we'll be fine.
We also don't really have a good way to use lands. So assuming we draw a swamp, we like then have 5 lands in play. But I guess we have some mana sinks. Yeah, this seems okay.
I would mull this hand if it was our 7.
Oh,
not our 6.
I would 100% mull that 7.
Yes.
I was strongly thinking maybe mulling that as a 6 was going to be something we had to do, but it's going to be okay. It'll work out. This hand.
I haven't.
Yeah.
In this format, I haven't found myself mulliganing past 6 almost ever, unless my hand is just literally unplayable. Because the games go long enough where you kind of can draw out of it almost always, right? You just don't want to end up in the spot where your hand is just unplayable. So just you usually have the time for your hand to develop. So I just don't like going past 6 usually.
Yep. Opponent is learning the ropes of MTGO. It's weird because
Well, they've got a Jaya emblem, so that means they've been playing a while.
or they just bought the Jaya emblem.
Yeah,
I have
true.
this Arcanus emblem, and I just got it for 2 cents.
I didn't even know you could buy those. That's so cool.
Really?
Yeah, I thought people just like always had them.
You just think they're giving them?
Yeah, I just thought that like they played for that long, and that's where
no,
they got them
no.
from.
You can just buy these emblems. It's amazing. It's like
Wow.
the new world order. I've opened your eyes, Alex.
Yeah, seriously.
To a whole new world. You're like, what emblem do you use? You use like the NicolaiBolas one?
Yeah, I use the Bolas one, which you should be using clearly.
I mean, I'm on Magic Online. I'm just MTG Legend.
That's true. Nobody knows your true form.
Nobody knows except the like true fans that like pay attention to that type of thing. It's funny because I once played against Corey Burkhart, and I was playing the sickest deck ever. I was playing mono blue in like M19. It was like the greatest deck I'd ever drafted, and I was playing against him, and I knew who he was because I'd watched one of his videos, and his username is Magician17 or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you like bluff attacking here?
Yeah, just do the old chump check. I don't think there's really a downside here.
Yeah. The old chump check. There's like no card we could have that would punish them for blocking.
No.
And if they go like, for a combat trick, we could wreck them with
there's the deal 3.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, so this hand is 2 lands, 1 spell so far, so not ideal.
No, but I think we have decent game here. Like the fact that we have this removal spell that basically kills anything and Soul Reaper. Oh, that's nice too. We just get to 2 for 1 our opponent.
Heck yes, we needed that too. So
all right. Yeah, I'll just do that now.
Sack it to its own ability. Yes. Ooh, nice.
So this kind of scares me if my opponent is willing to just like straight up apathy my my Soul Reaper, because that kind of feels like they might have like Dream Trawler or some busted thing that they just don't care that they're using their earlier removal spells for. They just want to not die.
I'm every time my opponent's playing blue white, I'm pretty sure they have Dream Trawler.
Yeah, it's just like, a given.
A lot of them have Dream Trawler. Like that's one of the big reasons to be blue white.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're just gonna kill that fine. Probably.
Yes.
Whew. Is that a spell I see? Ooh, it used our lands. It was all just a game. Okay. So this we only need to spend 3 mana to kill this.
Yeah. I always think it's more than it is. Like, yeah, I always think that I have to spend more, but no, it's like twice X. It's so efficient.
X is currently 2. I'm always worried I'm going to misclick.
With your X spells.
Let's just keep going for that chump check lifestyle here. Yeah,
because the thing is, we've kind of put ourselves in a position where if we ever stop attacking and there's a turn we do attack, when we do draw something that it matters for, then they'll know.
Yeah, they will know. They'll be like,
yeah.
Or they might have just been like, wow, they just got lazy that turn. There's just like all the levels we can go on.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this Incendiary Oracle is going to hit so hard. It's going to be amazing. What a 2-drop. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Back in action with upside. Oh, gosh.
All right. It's all good. It's all good. Ooh, interesting. Okay. That was decent. So there's a lot of things we can do here. I think on baseline, if we just attack the Oracle, they're going to block the 2/4 likely, or maybe even they won't even block. But I think they might block the 2/4, considering they might want to just put Sentinel's Eyes on the Pegasus. I think the real question is, what do we want to do with this Omen, or like what we're incentivized to do? And I think what we're incentivized to do is just get it into play as soon as possible to start digging.
Yeah, I think we just attack with Incendiary Oracle.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, that first things first, for sure.
Ooh, they don't block. Okay, no block. So do we just pump, play Omen, get back Soul Reaper?
Interesting. Because what we could do is we could pump, make it 1, 2, so we can make it a 5. Nah, yeah, I think that play is better.
We can't.
But my thinking
race.
was for a second that if we just keep pumping, they're gonna have to trade at some point, and then we can omen back the 2-drop. But yeah, I agree with just getting back the Soul Reaper.
They can't possibly. We can't race this because it has lifelink though.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're also just down on the life total race.
Yeah, and I like getting the omen play just so we can scry to get some removal.
Yeah, we do have a lot of removal.
I think, if we find one of our portents, we're in good shape.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be amazing. Portent is a hype card. And they aren't hitting us that hard. We have a while to find stuff.
Yeah. And I don't love scrying. Like a lot of times I'll put a stop on my upkeep to scry with the omen. I don't think I love doing that right now, just because we have a lot of stuff to do with our mana. And we might just draw a card naturally.
I oftentimes don't scry for similar reasons. Ooh.
Archon. All right. Well, now that maybe changes things. We actually get to find it literally now.
Yeah.
So I think.
Well, we could sacrifice this to stay alive, but yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that. We're just gonna scry on upkeep, I'd say. We'd rather keep double red up in case we find. I guess we could just play a mountain. So let's just.
Yeah, unfortunately, Portent won't quite do it here because we don't have the extra mana. Final Flare does it though.
Final Flare does.
All right.
So I think we put this on the bottom, Final Flare on top. Can we win if we keep Final Flare though?
Yeah, it's the thing. So we're gonna Final Flare the 4/4.
They get back Witness tomorrow, so I don't think we Final Flare the 4/4. I think we Final Flare the Sunmane Pegasus, then hope to draw one of our portents to kill the.
Well, then even still, Portent will Portent killing the 4/4 still brings back the Witness, right?
No, because we are the ones sacrificing it.
Oh, true. Yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I mean, it's not a great line, but it's the one that keeps us alive and keeps us going. So.
Yeah, I think we both bottom this, and then I think we can keep Final Flare. We have to keep Final Flare on top to delay.
Well, yeah, we have to, or else we just die, unless we want to find some other thing.
Yeah, unless we just top, and we can even get back our Omen of the Sea. I think. I mean, our Omen of the Dead. If we do that.
Yeah, that'd be ideal
if we top deck properly. Block opponent. You won't. Aw.
All right, I think we're just gonna have to. Let's see.
I think.
What creature do you like sacrificing?
I think we want to keep the Lampad around, because Lampad can. I think we sacrifice the Incendiary Oracle because Lampad lets us do the Portent play for 1 less mana. It only costs 5 to do, so we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means we could even sacrifice Soul Reaper to itself and still have 5 mana up.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the best play.
No. I think I was supposed to do it on our turn. But oh well. If we get punished, we get punished. Okay, they're paying the mana. So we cost them 2 mana. It was all a strategy.
Yeah, if we draw, it's funny. If we draw exactly Portent, we stay exactly alive because we can gain life. And then we have to draw again, something else good again. But
we do get to Omen. We get our Omen back when this dies. So
yeah, we got our Omen.
We do have 1 redraw.
Ooh, we did it! All right.
I made this call like very
in the game.
ambitiously.
In the game.
Heck yes. And we can even do it and sack it to Lampad to gain 1 life.
Wow.
Okay, is there any way we want to tap differently here? We're not going to be getting back anything absurd. No, we
don't think so.
Okay, we definitely want to hold up more black mana than red mana because we have actual black activation and we want to be able to sack Omen.
And we have a swamp we have a mountain in hand anyways if we need.
Okay, so let's tap 3, 4. Wow, this really worked out. I don't want a swamp, sadly.
Yeah, bottom that one, please.
Okay, and then we can play a land.
Play land, attack all.
They don't block. I like it. Do we want to sacrifice the thing to Lampad or to Soul Reaper?
We have to sacrifice it to. Oh, we don't have to sacrifice it. We could sack the Yeah, we could sack the Lampad.
We could sack the Lampad to itself and then Ooh, that would be sick. Actually, we could sacrifice Lampad to itself and then we could sacrifice this thing to Soul Reaper to get back Lampad, and then they're at, or we could sacrifice both to Lampad, and then put them at 6 life or something. That seems.
So I think our goal here is we basically need to find another answer.
I think we
right.
Get back,
so I think we just go like whatever one digs us the deepest here.
So I think we want to sacrifice. We're getting back Omen of the Dead. So I think we can if we sack with Lampad, then we can scry with Omen of the Dead. So I like that play.
Yes, I agree with that.
We could also like get back our creature and still sacrifice something in addition to that. So I like. There's some options we could sacrifice. Get back.
I think we
Omen.
Yeah.
Omen then gets back Incendiary Oracle, and then we could play Incendiary Oracle and still sacrifice Lampad to itself.
I think we get back. I think we get back Omen because I think we just want more access to creatures so that because there's a line where we go sack 2 things so that we can survive 1 more turn.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So like we don't have to draw a removal spell exactly next turn. And then all that while we're draining them.
Yeah. So we sack Lampad.
Yes, I think sack Lampad, get back Omen, get back Oracle.
Wow, this really worked out.
Yeah. No Omen of the Sun, please.
Yeah, if they had Omen of the Sun, we were not in good shape.
No.
And then we just play the Incendiary Oracle, right?
So they go to 7.
And then this threatens lethal.
Yeah, because we don't have any expensive cards in our deck. Like we have a 5-drop, but we can sack Omen on upkeep.
And yeah.
Wow, what a tight game.
What a soul read here on knowing we were going to drop Portent. I wonder. Yeah, that was amazing. I'm just waiting to draw Aspect of Manticore and having it be amazing. I'm ready.
I have a spell. Apathy.
Ooh, we can sacrifice it in response.
Yeah, let's do that.
Probably best in case they have a Flicker of Fate.
Yeah, good call. We also just straight win if we have Portent, right? So if we top deck the last Portent.
Yeah, there's a lot of top decks we have that pretty much win us the game. Upkeep. Scry. Mire's Grasp.
Huh, interesting. That's an interesting one, right? Because that doesn't straight kill them or anything, but it leaves us alive. So I think that's probably the correct one.
I think we have to keep that on top.
Yeah, I think it's too risky not to.
It makes this thing basically dead.
Yeah, we can attack in and then Mire's Grasp.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. I was thinking of using it pre-combat, but yeah, why the heck would we ever do that? So much better to just kill their guy for good.
I have to say that I think a bit of an underrated aspect of the Omens is just the scry mode. Like,
oh my gosh, so true. The Omens are amazing.
They just really push you through the mid part of the game. Like if you're kind of at parity with your opponent and they have an play and you don't, like, you just feel so bad. Hey, we got there.
Oh my gosh, that was so sick.
Wow.
I like how we planned like 2 turns in advance because it was like, well, we have to keep Final Flare on top now, and then we just have to draw Portent of Betrayal next turn. And it was like we didn't even have a scry or anything. We had like 1 redraw with our Soul Reaper, but like we just kind of had to blind rip it off the top, and we did. One thing I
think that Ethan Flortopper would call this making your own luck.
Making your own luck. I like it. One thing I will say is Omen of the Forge doesn't kill a single creature in their deck that we've seen. So I was like kind of thinking, oh, I wish we had that card for that extra filtering, but it doesn't do anything. So, and neither does Mogus's Favor. Doesn't kill anything either. This is the type of matchup where having Aspect of Lamprey can be kind of good. We didn't see any bounce or anything, and like Life Gain can help us race their aerial creatures, so that's just something to consider.
Yeah, no, I don't hate Aspect here. So
Portent looked amazing.
What is your approach to sideboarding? Do you like to take cards out first or bring cards in?
I like to think about which card, if I want any of the cards from my sideboard, because if I don't, then there's no point in sideboarding. But like, I generally just look at like, okay, I've got a couple cards that seem like they'd be good. Like they have a couple big flyers, so just taking one of those, hitting them with it, and then sacking it seems great. Aspect seems like it could be okay. And then I kind of look at things that might be bad. I also like to do what I did and think, oh, Omen of the Forge isn't going to be good in this matchup because it doesn't kill any of their creatures. Similarly with Moglis's favor. So I think I just kind of look at what are my worst possible cards. Like Hero lines up decently against their stuff, but they do have a lot of 4 toughness flyers, like 4/4s. Soul Reaper doesn't line up all that well because they have a 1/3 in their deck. Aspect of Manticore seems like it could be pretty good in this. What do we even cut here? Like we could cut Agonizing Remorse, I guess, but maybe not even that. Do you think we even sideboard?
Yeah, so I think, like you said, I think that Aspect is good. I don't think it's better. Maybe it's better than Aspect of Manticore here. It's close though. We're also on the play with them on the draw, so that makes Mind Rot's a little bit worse.
We're on the draw.
Oh, sorry. We're on the draw and they're on the play. Yeah, that makes Mind Rot better. So that's something to consider.
Yeah.
I
don't think we want.
I don't know how often. I think with our creatures being like kind of small, I think we do want the Aspect Manticore, and we less appreciate the lifelink from Aspect to Lamprey. So I think we just keep it as is. Yeah. I could see bringing in the third Portent of Betrayal because it interacts so well. Like they seem to be very much like a here's my big threat deck, right? And then I think Portent really punishes that.
It's better on the play though, because then you can make sure you're in a spot to use the damage effectively or erase them in some spots where you might not have a sack outlet. Especially because the sack outlets are kind of slow. I don't know. I just didn't know what we could cut because our deck is just kind of a tight list.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
That was a nice game. We definitely navigated that pretty smartly, I would say.
I'd say. That was amazing. We just planned for the perfect top deck. This is a keep, I'd say.
Yeah, this is nice. I will admit that when our opponent played the Archon, I was like, well, guess we'll move to game 2. The back of my head, the pessimist in me was like, well, I guess we'll just try the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, but gotta keep that. I do all that I can to keep the undefeated streak alive.
Oh yeah, we got to keep it there. I'm hoping for that 3-0. We can do it. Ooh, this is nice. So now we are at a spot where opponent, they might have Serenity Singer, but not having a 2-drop or anything really makes it so this Agonizing Remorse doesn't punish us on the loss of tempo.
Get them. We can take a Dreadful Apathy, a Dream Trawler that we know they have.
That is that is ideal. All right, so they do have the Serenity Singer.
Okay. I'm going to come up with the card that I would take, and then I'll hear what card you would take, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I know what card I will take.
Okay. Do you want me to say what I would take first, or you want to say it?
I'll hear what you're going to say.
I would likely take Archon.
Same. Nice.
Okay, good. Yeah, and my reasoning for that is this game is not going to be over before turn 8 or whatever. This game's going to go quite a few turns, and that Archon gives them the most amount of value, and it's the card that 2-for-1s is. So, yes.
Yeah. And I'd say we save our Mire's Grasp to kill the Sunmane Pegasus.
Yep. I'm on board with you with that one.
Yep. And the Archon can actually be really ferocious. Even though it is kind of sick that if we had the third Portent in our deck, it might be correct to leave Archon in their hand just because it's so good to steal with our stuff and then sack and get back Mire's Grasp. Like the disgusting
that is
value.
good.
Like if we had a third Portent of Betrayal, I think I would actually change my answer because it's more likely that we draw one of our Portents. I'm surprised they didn't cast the Threnody Singer.
I guess it just felt like it's better kept for a combat situation, seeing as they don't have that much of a beatdown hand.
Also, we don't have a sack outlet or the land to use that plan, but yeah, if I hadn't taken the Archon, if I had that plan, I would have probably taken Sunmane Pegasus just so we can save our Mire's Grasp. But since they're going to play Sunmane here and we get to kill it really cleanly, it's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Archon is really good to take there because it's a 4/4, so we can't really kill it very easily other than Portent shenanigans. Okay, now do you like playing Scophos here or just playing the Mire's Grasp? I think I like Scophos myself.
For sure, yeah. We're constricted a bit on mana, so just making sure we use all our mana each turn is pretty important here.
Yeah, for sure.
We're also in a spot where, if we do draw land number 5, or red source here, I guess that would be land number 5 as well. But we can just start racing our opponent. Like, our opponent doesn't have that much of an offense, and our creatures are very large. So,
True. Wow.
ooh, that's a nice draw too.
Rewarded.
Yeah, that's an excellent draw.
Rewarded.
So interesting. We can attack the Threnody Singer, making it a 3 or 1/4, and we can kind of blow them out a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I know you said that's a combo, but I didn't realize what you meant when you said that's a combo. I was like, oh, make your 3/4 into a 5/4. That's cute. But no, you can make it into like a big creature.
Huge thing, yeah.
Is it even? I mean, so they have enough to put like 4 power on it, so they'll like flash and Threnody Singer and double block. And then
we can make it. Yeah, we can make it 4 power. I guess. Yeah, if they
make it 4 power, we can. Or we would make it 3 power so it could kill this thing, but not die.
If they triple block, we get one of their creatures. If they double block, like, not our creature isn't dying no matter what.
Yeah.
So if we either they triple block and we get to kill 2 things, or they double block and we get to kill something.
No,
I think that's worth it.
We don't have enough mana to pump it more than once. So the best we can make it into is it would be a 1/4. We could make it into it would be a 1/4, but then back to a 3/4, and then we could make it a 4/3. So we can only
4/4.
We could only kill one of their things ever because they all have 3 toughness.
Oh, true. Yeah, sorry.
But I think it's worth attacking for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't think it's that likely that they. Well, they might even just flash in the Threnody Singer here. Honestly, I think that's if anything, we get the value of them using the Threnody Singer in a spot that they think is a good spot, but isn't that great.
Yeah, I think they hunt. Oh, they didn't do it. Okay, so now we just Myers Grass.
It's good for us as well.
Priest.
Yep.
Which one do you want? I think it doesn't really matter which one we cast first.
Yeah, I don't think it really changes anything here.
Yeah. No.
Deny. Oh, I guess that is something that matters.
I did not factor in the deny had. I was
funny. Yeah. Didn't think of deny. That's okay though. I don't think that matters all that much.
Yeah.
We actually we should have been tipped off there a little bit, because I think most players would have just Threnody Singered there.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even think of the cost reduction. Okay. So that's actually kind of bad. I would have much rather.
No, we're still okay.
On main. Okay, favorite.
I don't care about that card.
Me neither. Land is good.
Okay, so let's see.
I think when we get to 6 mana, we're gonna do Port and a Betrayal. I think this better just play Tectonic Giant. I think it's just better than Rage Guard Berserker. It hits harder. Works well.
Yeah, I believe we could also go Rage Guard attack with the 3/4. Have a good blocker, like for their double strike card. Tectonic Giant ensures we hit lands and incentivizes them to block. So I think we go with the Giant. Yeah.
Yeah, we attack first. Do you attack with both?
Oh, do you like? I don't know if I love. Oh, I don't think I like attacking here.
I would attack. Oh, I would attack.
Because I don't think we're blocking with the Tectonic Giant. At least on the double strike thing. I think we want to. If they go for an attack, we want to block with the other 3/4, because we're kind of being pressured here, and they're at 19.
True.
So I think the more time we have to leverage our good cards and our Tectonic Giant, the better.
Good point. I also forgot that this thing wasn't a flyer. I thought it was a flyer for some reason. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, dang, we can't block that thing. Don't know why. It is not a flyer. It is just an enchantment creature. Hey.
Okay. All right, so we get yeah, that would have been horrible for us if we attacked there. I think we would be almost.
We would just be dead. We just look at 2, right?
Yeah, we look at 2. Choose the land, likely.
Okay. Ooh.
Which one? Which swamp?
I like the top one. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
It's slightly hidden. Oh, yeah. That's actually really good for us because we didn't have to get rid of any spells. I think we just trade.
Yeah, I don't think we can really afford to take a billion damage here.
True.
Approximately.
Just approximate. We only deal in estimates.
Yes.
Okie doke. Wow.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so now let's see. I don't think that changed. Let's play our land so we don't forget. That would be a disaster.
True.
Um, I think we. I think yeah. I think I just like sacking the Pegasus and bashing.
Important on Pegasus. I really hope they don't have.
Mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mantle would be bad.
This is also good because it gets us another scry, and it used our mana pretty efficiently.
Oh, they could have a bounce spell. That would also be bad. Okay, they don't.
I think they keep that on top.
Yeah.
It's a spell. We can double spell it with Eros' Blessing. Hit them for 2.
Well, we can attack with. Do you want to attack with both? Is the question, I guess.
I guess.
Probably. Yeah, I guess we're not going to block with it anyway,
chumping,
so we might as well attack.
And then, yeah, I was like, wait, we could sacrifice Tectonic Giant and get in for a little bit more damage. Nope.
Yeah.
That sounds like a terrible
Don't
play.
do that.
Man, just taking the Pegasus for that extra. Aw.
Turtle, sure.
I'm actually okay with Turtle.
That's fine.
Gives us more
Yeah, that's
time.
whatever.
Yep. Okie doke. And then next turn we can play like Rage Scarred Berserker. Maybe. Oh man, he's exiled. Well, that's actually really good for us.
Yeah, if they want to spend their turn doing that, that's great for us.
We could probably just like. It's probably not correct to kill the Threnody Singer just yet. Like we can just take the chips for a little bit.
Well, I don't know. It's close because. Yeah, it's really close. Like none of these, playing any of these don't really contribute to like.
I think it's bad just because we know they have like Witness of Tomorrows, which is much scarier, and there's only 1 damage, and also we can get the Rage Scarred into play. I guess we. Like, what do we do if they just slam a Witness of Tomorrows?
We cry, but at the same time, I don't know how much chip damage we can really afford to take. Is the thing.
Look, if it's just 1 damage, they don't have any like real reach.
It's 1 damage before we're at 5, right? Like we're gonna have to kill that in the next 2 turns if we don't kill it now.
I mean, we could just go down to 1.
Agree, but then that expands the range of card that is good for them to draw.
True.
I would just slam it off here, and then because I think we're grindier than them. I think we play the long game a little bit later. I think it's just better to kill the turn. Because think about it this way, right? If we don't kill this, we're gonna have to kill it in a few turns if they don't draw anything. And if they do draw the Witness, like yes, but then we also have to worry about the Eternity Singer.
True. I guess that makes sense.
I think that would change for me if we were not at 5 life, right? For sure, but
true. I didn't factor in the fact that we still have to kill the Threnody Singer at a later date.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're low on clock too. I didn't even notice that.
Oh dang. Yeah, that's a good thing to notice now rather than later.
Yeah. when it goes to red. Okay. So now, oh, nice. Okay. So let's just Berserker and attack with both of our creatures here. You know how we joked last time I was on about how we always have that like small moment of panic when our opponent goes to attacks and then we think they're gonna like ninjutsu something even though there's no ninjutsu cards in the set.
Yeah.
I have that, but with Ardenvale Tactician, I'm like, oh, they're gonna tap down my 2 creatures, right? Like that's gonna happen here.
That's hilarious. This isn't the worst that could have happened.
No, this is fine.
Killing Naiad is okay.
Yeah.
Though it's
good for them that they get to scry, but
it's also bad in that our sacrifice outlets our next port and Betrayal is much worse, but like
yeah.
Do you usually look where they scried?
Yeah, I do. Just because if they pass the turn, it lets me know if they scried something good or bad.
They put 2 cards on top.
All right, so they're gonna get back an enchantment because we have to kill this.
We don't have to kill it.
We'd go to 1. Oh, that's interesting.
They're gonna get back probably Dreadful Apathy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll just snap this off and attack.
I actually kind of like. Oh, never mind. I just kind of wish we could wait because if we could,
Final flare.
Oh, we already can final flare. Nice.
Yeah. So I think we're not supposed to attack here, unfortunately.
I do not think we can attack.
Yeah. We don't win that game, I don't think.
Should we kill the Riptide Turtle?
Probably not. Oh, they get like that. Oh, interesting. Oh, now yeah, we still don't attack, but that's much better for us than.
Do we just kill Riptide Turtle? Do you think?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Though we can just eat Riptide Turtle with Aspect of Manticore plus.
Oh, true. Yeah. Let's not. I was for a second. I said yes because I kind of just want to win this game as fast as possible. But I think if they don't play something here, I would. But really? We'll see.
Okay.
Because they're gonna exile. They're gonna activate Apathy anyways, right?
Can't we respond? Oops. Can we respond to it?
Well, yes, but we'd get an attack is the thing.
I don't think we attack it. We're at 5 life.
Well, that's okay.
And they have 2 1/1s.
Okay, so hear me out. Final Flare the Turtle, and we'll go for an attack because they're dead very quickly to this 2/2.
We can only pump twice because we got wrecked on our mana.
Yeah, but we're gonna aspects, right?
Wait, what?
Okay, hear me out. We just kill the turtle.
Kill the turtle. Oh my gosh, this is such a greed play. Oh my gosh, what are we doing?
We're averaging drawing a creature at some point that can block these 1/1s, and if they want to block our thing here, Starlight Mantle. All right, never mind.
I knew your play would backfire. No, I'm kidding. That's actually pretty good for us.
Like drawing one creature would help us in that situation. We'd win the game very quickly.
Yeah, I think next turn we can attack into the Riptide Turtle, aspect up. I'm actually really worried about clock. Things went downhill.
All right, if we don't draw removal spell this turn, I'll just scoop.
Yeah, so we have time to win game 3.
Yep. All right, scoop. So just to go back to that quickly, like if we get rid of the turtle and start attacking for 5 each turn, like yes, our clock does not beat their clock, but drawing one creature like a 3/2, 1/3, whatever, makes it so they can't attack past that, and then makes it so that they have to start doing something to actually kill our 5 power creature. And there's also the likelihood that they just block there and we get to blow down with aspect. I like bringing in Impending Doom here.
Really? We've seen 2 Dreadful Apathies.
I guess that's kind of not great. I was thinking because I just don't think we need to win quickly, unless you want to play super fast.
I'm gonna play super fast.
All right.
Speeds my game. Do we bring in Mogus's favor?
I think Mogus's favor is too slow.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good against them either.
I'd bring in the hero. I'd take out Soul Reaper.
Okay. Because
just a higher power creature.
And that's beneficial because
we have 4 minutes to win the game.
Okay, you're way too worried about our clock here.
I don't think so. I think that's like a legitimate concern in this deck. That's like half of its plan is to grind.
I think we're gonna be fine.
All right, I trust you. I trust that you can play very quickly.
Okay, speed is my name. Sonic's my game. Okay. Is that literally the only logic? Like, do you think in a vacuum it'd be better for our win percentage to have Soul Reaper?
I also know that's not the only. I think that hero is like a card that approximates Soul Reaper in this deck anyways. Like I think given the fact that our opponent is trying to win in the air, our 2/3 is not as good as our 3/2.
Would we rather have a Portent of Betrayal?
I don't think so.
And also they have a bunch of 2/3s, so yeah, that makes sense to me as well. Let's just run it.
Yep.
Okay, this is gonna be a speed game. I think we almost clocked out.
We won't talk too much.
Last time you were a guest, we almost clocked out as well.
All right, we won't blab too much.
Okay, we got this keeper on our hands here.
Yeah, bottom omen likely.
Yeah, bottom omen, I agree. Opponent probably like, wow, this person's really slow. I'm gonna remove some of my stops. I'm going to remove my stop on their blockers step. Actually, I think I have their stop on blocker step. I'm going to remove my beginning of combat stop for sure. I would love a mountain here.
And that would be great.
Boom.
Ooh, there we go.
You're way too worried about our clock. We're already on turn 3 and we've only taken 20 seconds. Oh my gosh. This is actually, oh my gosh. They're just like full stall mode. But actually, Skofos totally wrecks it, so it's okay. Ooh. Do you like going leading with Agonizing Remorse?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because they could have Deny the Divine.
There's many spells.
They have Starlit. I think we just get rid of Dreadful Apathy.
Yep.
So it would have been better to just play the Skofos that turn, but now that we know what they have, but if they have Deny the Divine, it just wrecks them so hard to wait.
Yeah, I don't think.
We don't really care about the Omen of the Sun at all. It doesn't do anything to us.
Well, it buys them a lot of time.
True, but we have this Tectonic.
I don't think we have the cards in our deck to be able to win in 3 minutes, to be honest. Like, they just are going to be able to block everything. Like, even if we draw a removal spell, they have Starlight Mantle. But we'll give it the good old college try, you know?
You doubt my clicking speed, Commander. Let's hope so for your sake, Commander. We do need a second red source to cast this Tectonic Giant. I can't believe we didn't notice we were low on clock until we had 6.5 minutes left.
I know, right?
Okay, they're going for it.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a fairly safe play from their side, considering they have Starlight Mantle in their hand.
Yeah. Do we just attack?
Yeah, I think so.
Do it.
All right, pump. That's great for us. If they let this thing through.
That's 6 damage you'll never get back, opponent.
I guess we do have to. If we draw running removal spell, if we draw like mountain into running removal spells, I think we're gonna be okay.
I'm surprised they didn't trade with Sunmane there.
I think that makes sense. Just because they're gaining a bunch of life per turn.
They're not even activating it though.
Oh, true. Huh, Liar's not... Well, it's good against Tectonic Giant, but it's not great against Skofos.
Nice.
Value.
They chumped. That's actually great for us.
And now they're out of spells. So they have Starlight Mantle and Storyteller in hand.
Okay, so they tap.
Just interesting, yeah. Okay.
We can even portent our own guy.
Yeah, we can. This is really interesting. I think if I was my opponent, I'd play this game a little bit differently. And I don't think I think the way they're playing makes it so that we have outs to win this game. Like tapping out a Starlit Mantle seems odd to me.
For sure.
Oh, now we get to pump. That's real good. I mean, yeah, this thing's clocking us, but
don't pump the 4th time.
If we ever drop Portent, we're in great shape, right?
Well, they have.
They have Starlight Mantle. Yeah, I forgot about that. If we ever drop 2 Portents, we're in great shape, right?
All we need is 2 Portents. It's easy. Easy as pie, as they say.
And then they play the Storyteller. Storyteller is pretty annoying here. But they might not play it. They might not... Yeah, okay.
The fact that we just can't draw a spell is really what's sinking us here.
Yeah, honestly, like this game's pretty winnable if we draw, one or two other spells.
Like honestly, if we had just, I think it might have been ship might have sailed on that boat, but yep, they were just waiting to get the Lacona Band storyteller value.
Oh, that makes sense.
I told you time wouldn't be an issue. It's just drawing spells.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
We have 2 minutes to burn. It's so sad that it happens like this. Just tap out of your Starlit Mantle, opponent.
Just play Hero Best to See guy. Just tap out.
Oh my gosh, they just keep tapping.
Archon. Okay. Oh, well, they did tap out. One time.
Important. Oh my gosh. Time?
Oh!
This is amazing.
Maybe we were supposed to take the life linker.
We can't gain life though, and we can get back one if we can.
No, but like, so they can't gain life.
But we can sack our own land pad to gain life. Oh, so they can't gain life. Oh, that makes sense. Well.
But no, they can't. They have to jump at least with one of them. Okay. This game is not over. Wow, one more mana and we would actually just have this game.
Oh my gosh, it's so sad. And they're going to gain a bunch of life because of their Lagona. Oh my gosh. We actually were so close on terms of mana. I think we...
Maybe you think you're supposed to take the lifelink?
I don't know. They do have to spend a bunch of mana into it. But Lagona, they're going to be gaining a lot of life anyway. So we can't really win the life gain access necessarily.
Oh, we topped that, right?
Yeah, we did top that.
Yeah, I think we should have bottomed that probably, but it's okay.
Really? What are we gonna get?
Close game, yeah, because like we're I think maybe not. Maybe you're right.
What's better?
No, we're not just dead. So yeah, I think maybe you're right. We pump. It's gonna be very close. Let's see, how good is Portent here? Portent deals them 3.5.
One thing I will say is that they have the Starlit Mantle and they did top the Heliod's thing. Omen.
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's sack our our own. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. They have access to a lot of life gain. Yeah, that sucks. That one, we literally were 1 point away.
Which is kind of absurd considering how far away that game seemed.
Yeah. When they untap the liar.
Ooh.
Is that anything? I don't think so.
We can make this so it doesn't kill us. I think we attack.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true, because they're going to liar and they're going to... Okay, so they're going to liar and they're going to omen. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't attack, right?
No, attack. Trust me.
With everything?
Oh, wait, hold on. 3. I think we attack. Yeah.
With this?
Both. I don't think there's a way we win if we don't make the stack.
True.
So now we can Myers grasp that they. Yeah, I think either way it's not going to go our way. But I think the ways we win are by them making a mistake and making some bad play, right? Like, I don't think we win by not attacking there, basically.
Yeah, true. They could have just killed us by using it as a pump spell, I think, and they didn't.
Yeah. All right. Well, really close game.
Yeah, we were 1 mana off.
Yeah, we were 1 mana off. Jeez. Okay.
I told you we wouldn't lose the time.
That's true. You're
seconds.
Oh
man, if we had drawn a little bit better, honestly, if we had kept that. Oh god, it was just like we drew all lands for the most of the game.
Couldn't cast the
Yeah.
the giant on time.
Yeah, we drew mostly swamps, which was also just bad.
It's all right. We'll rally for the next
We'll
ones.
rally for the next round. I'll see you folks there. Welcome everybody to round 2. We have a great hand. Make sure I don't accidentally mulligan. Wow, this hand is actually great. All the 2-drops we can
Yeah,
find.
we have the auto win on turn 3 card. My Elspeth's Nightmare.
That card is pretty disgusting on turn 3, I will say. We'll slow roll the fact that we're playing black. Opponent won't know what hit him.
Ooh, and they're especially against a white deck. I think Elspeth's Nightmare is probably at its best against white decks, just because you're so likely to snag an early creature, and they have relevant spells, like they have things to protect their creatures, and they have pump spells and all that. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, opponent.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
It feels bad to do this to you, but at the same time, it feels better to do it to you than to not do it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the classic. And this is where opponent just like concedes in sadness.
All right, let's see what's up.
Wow.
Ooh. Well, they have an Nadir Kraken. They're very far away from casting it, but they have a Nadir Kraken.
Yeah, that's scary, I will say. I wonder what they're splashing
green.
It's all good. They're totally just splashing green. There's no way it's a main color.
Well, I wonder what they're splashing for. Maybe like a Calyx or something.
Maybe they have the +4/+4 aura.
Yeah.
So we could when this sacrifices itself, we do get the +2/+0. I wonder why it's faded out.
Kind of funny. Yeah, that is weird.
We could sacrifice it to it to give it first strike, but we don't need to, so we'll just let it happen so we can cast our spells.
And pump our Oracle as well.
True.
Say a lot of damage.
Indeed it is. Oh. I was
missed out on a point. It's all good.
I mostly did it because I wanted to be able to. I didn't want to give them another opportunity to respond. You know, like maybe they wait for us to pump once and then they do something, and then they just didn't do anything.
No, that's fair. All right, now we just have this game. Like stack everything, attack with everything, omen back, whatever dies, and
okay, yeah,
it's very hard for them to win from this position. Oh, never mind.
That was amazing.
I think this is a point for Alex. If this was Mogus's favor, would not be as good.
It would still just win us the game on the spot, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Put it on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just joking.
This is amazing.
That is a great draw for us.
That's the best possible block they could have made for us as well.
I mean, it's the block that makes sense, but yes, that is also true. That is the worst. It is the best.
Best possible scenario. Yeah, that was just complete massacre. Well, they do have Nadir Kraken and Staggering Insight, so both of those.
We have to be a little careful. We've only got 23 minutes on the clock now.
I thought you were being serious. I was like, wait, what happened? Oh my gosh! So we could bring an Aspect. That seems terrible though. Against.
I kind of like Death Touch creature, just like bringing in the Hierophant versus white with auras.
Good point. There is also
Omen seems decent here.
Yeah, and then we can cut Aspect because they know about it.
Yeah, I can see that. It's worse on the draw on the draw.
And then we can cut one of our. And these are kind of 5-drops, so I'm not counting these as 4s. What do we want to cut out other than that? Soul Reaper, maybe?
Yeah.
Soul Reaper is not as good as I thought he would be in the format, gotta be said.
Yeah, it definitely was a little bit better in War of the Spark, where we saw a very similar card.
Being able to sack Planeswalkers was pretty big there.
Yeah, I think that one also gained you a life. I forgot about that until the other day when I read it again.
Yeah, it all and if Soul Reaper of Mogus could sack enchantments, it'd be great.
Oh yeah, much better. It's weird how this is like some design thing that I don't quite understand, but the black things can't sacrifice enchantments, whereas the red ones can.
I think because I guess red doesn't have an interaction for enchantments.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, right? You'd think like, oh, one interacts with enchantments, Like they both don't interact very well with enchantments.
So
All right, so let's just omen up this thing, not get blown out by anything, literally any enchantment.
We could wait for them to go island staggering inside.
Yeah, that would be great.
Man, they had the island and everything. Immediate regret. Well, this is looking great for us. I like that we have a 3-2 in play. Whew. I'm actually low-key so excited. Tomorrow I go to Amsterdam. Gonna be great.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. How long are you going for?
Just the weekend, so it'll be gone for a couple days. But yeah, pretty cool. I haven't been before.
That should be sweet.
Yeah.
It's not too far from where you're staying. You have to you take the train there, right?
Yeah, there's a train there. It's amazing. It's like, whoa.
Nice. Yeah, so close.
Do we kill this?
I think I would, just because we get in for 5, and then we have a 4-power creature being down with 2 removal spells and something to rebuy our creature. So
they do have Starlit Mantle up.
This is true, but I think that's okay if they want to trade.
Yeah, we also they can't. They could bounce it too. They have Starlit Mantle or bounce up.
I think that's totally fine though. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that works how you want it to, opponent.
It's a little bit unfortunate. I feel kind of bad that it doesn't work the way they think it does. We will get in for 1 point of damage.
I guess we shortcutted it to it deals damage equal to its power or something. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of do stuff like that all the time, so I'm not going to fault them too much. Not everyone's played the format as many times. They put 1 on top.
Maybe they just felt like they needed to top something relevant. I don't know.
Well, huh.
Yeah, now we just sack our. Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Nah, I think we still just Final Flare.
Really?
Yeah.
When they have Nadir Kraken.
Yeah, this is fun because we have enough. I don't feel spewy about this because I think in general their deck looks to me more powerful, which has a bunch of powerful cards. I don't really want to give my opponent that much time, and we also have this Omen to help us dig and such. Wow, the same thing. What's happening here?
It doesn't even relate to it in any way. What?
I think they're just trying to dig. I think they're trying to find their Nadir Kraken.
Yeah, which to be fair, I'm terrified of.
Yeah, no, I mean we'd have to find our.
If they scry to the
top,
I'm just oh no. Is there any thought to getting rid of the Irosis Blessing instead of the Omen of the Forge there?
Oh, I actually completely forgot about. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have done that. I forgot that was a thing because I always stack Omens to Final Flare.
I forgot that was a thing until I actually clicked to sacrifice it, and then I was like, "Whoops."
That's okay. Well, they topped the card, they bottomed the card. Oh.
Ooh, that's a good answer to Nadir Kraken.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have the chance to do that because they'll just they'll pious or they'll what's it called eyes. Cast eyes everywhere, or whatever it's called, Sentinel's eyes.
Sentinel's eyes, but maybe they'll have another card and they can have a 2-drop to go with it, and they'll do teamwork for the Dreamwork.
Chimera.
Where do they scry? They put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. Well, we'll trade. I think. Seems like a fine trade.
We just trade and get. Oh wow, they don't even trade. All right, never mind then.
Maybe they have Staggering Insight.
It's true. All right, pass turn.
That's really bad. Oh, they don't have no cards in hand. Obviously, I was like, maybe they have Staggering Insight. They have no cards. Okay.
Well, they scryed a card to the top, so
I think they scryed before they drew last turn, so they scryed the Daybreak Chimera or the land.
Oh, fair, yeah, fair enough.
Sentinel's Eyes incoming. Okay, now if they don't trade, we kill them next turn. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
It's also good.
Indeed.
Wow. They're just really, really, really hoping to draw Staggering, it seems.
I mean, that might just be their only out. Also,
yeah,
they kind of put themselves down on cards by putting Chain to Memory in their deck. We'll get rid of the Lampad. Actually, that might have been just the worst possible card. Would have probably been better to just get rid of the Slaughter Priest. Of all the cards I could have gotten rid of, Lampad was probably the worst possible one to choose there. Yikes. Exile a creature. I could have just gotten rid of the Omen. Just straight up reduced my options with the Omen of the Dead for no reason. Okay, new option. Getting rid of the Omen of the Forge.
Alrighty, let's just go for this.
The Portent.
Yep.
Let's roll.
There we go.
Bottom.
Opponent is F6 as well, so.
Wow, nice read. Well, this one was not really as much of a battle.
Yeah, the one was much simpler than the last one.
I guess that's what you get for dropping
6
a match.
minutes as opposed to... Yeah.
As opposed
nice,
to 2
right.
seconds. Well, we're headed to the final round. Time to get that W. We'll see you folks there. Welcome to the final round. Before we dive in, though, I want to give an opportunity for Alex to shout out all the places you can find him if you've been enjoying this video. You can catch him in all sorts of places. Alex, take it away.
Yeah, so I think the main place that you can follow me for some insights or just talking more about Limited Magic is I do have a podcast, Limited Level Ups, if you want to Google that. We focus on level up topics, so like focusing on sideboarding or focusing on mana bases, stuff like that. But we could go into format specifics as well. So hit that up if you want to take a look. I also have a Twitch and a Twitter. They're both cord_O_calls. I post all of my trophy deck lists there, and you can check that out for some more format specific information.
Awesome. There will be links to all of those things in the description and pinned comment down below as well if you want to find any of those things. As always, thanks to our guest. And we have a mulligan, sadly.
I am very tempted to keep this, but yes.
If I was on the draw, I would keep this, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But
we have the turn 3 guaranteed win, but on the play, it's just like no reason to insta-lose when our deck is so good.
Oh, this is much better.
Ooh, Underworld Ragehound raises his face.
Yeah, there was a card. What was it? There was something. It was the Elspeth Nightmare. I was thinking I hadn't seen it very much in our game, so we saw it last round.
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is our first time seeing the Ragehound, except for a hand we mulliganed.
Well, being able to cast it on turn 2 is a good time for it to show up.
Indeed. Playing against a green opponent. We have the classic curve out draw, 2-drop, 3-drop. Oh! Hello,
right.
Bronze Lion. That card actually doesn't do as much against our deck. It doesn't
no.
Proof.
Yeah, we just steal it.
Oh, actually, it's really good.
Ooh, that's also really nice. So
we definitely play Soul Reaper, because otherwise we have to suicide into Bronze-eyed Lion.
Yes, that's. So I was thinking. I agree. We definitely just play Soul Reaper, but I was just gonna say that Agonizing Remorse is very good against green-white generally, because a lot of times their plan is just like suit up a creature or a couple creatures with a bunch of auras, and then protect it with Bronze-eyed Lion has built-in protection, but being able to take their like Karametra's Blessing or something is real nice.
Well, this is I'm glad we were gonna have to suicide into it anyway, but I'm glad. Do we just sack it now?
We just make I think we just wait till the last possible moment. There's no downside to doing so, I believe.
True.
Maybe they don't block for some strange reason.
Even though they can make it indestructible if they want.
Yeah.
Return to nature. Got me.
Sure. That's fine. All right.
Okay, Bronze-eyed Lion. We're going to have a talk.
Yeah.
At some point when we draw a spell that can kill it.
I think we're going to have I think this lion's going to be betraying our opponent at some point.
Hopefully. That is the dream.
All right. So
lead with Agonize?
Yeah, let's Remorse. We got to do that just to see what's going on.
What you got, opponent? Ooh,
A
vexing.
gull.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh, they're playing so scared, just like not.
I think that makes sense against a black-red opponent, but
Yeah, but we could have just final death.
true. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of the
So we
makes
definitely
multiple
just take the
spells.
presence. So this is really good for us now. So we take the presence, we play the Soul Reaper, and we just as soon as we find important, we should be in great shape.
Yeah, if we find important, we only have.
If we find important, yeah, we have to find land number 7 as well.
Our
if we're gonna do
important
this.
have been very clutch, though, I must say.
Oh, they drew the blue
No,
source. All right.
brutal.
Well, we have a few answers to the goal. I mean, yes, that's bad, but
Oh, the gull, sad day. Do you like scrying on upkeep here?
I think so because if they slash and gull end step and we draw final flare, that's the way to deal with the lion.
Oh, so you don't want to scry?
No. I do like scrying here, as I'm saying.
Well, there's an answer to gull.
I think So I think our line is we bottom Oracle, we top Blessing, we play Hero, we chump with Hero, and then we just hope to draw Portent.
It's a virtual guarantee.
Or a card that can
we actually I don't think we chump. I think we just double block and then force them to spend the mana.
But then they kill our Soul Reaper, and then Portent's not an out.
Oh, good point. Good point. Never mind. Terrible play. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Two heads better than one, right?
Depending on the situation.
Yes.
We could just go to one. We could just go to one.
I could. But then we die. Oh no, you're right. We don't get die to go. Yeah, you're right.
Because we're killing the gull.
Yep.
I hope we draw. Ooh.
It's a little too slow.
It is indeed. Buff up Soul Reaper.
I think we buff up.
Because we're chumping with Hero, right?
Yeah, fair point. Actually, Kimura calls it was actually a really good draw because that buys us multiple turns to buy important.
True.
And we can get to the point where we go make a zombie draw card.
And this, it's not a zombie. Feels bad. We can do that next turn. Make a zombie draw card, and it'll.
Yeah, we unfortunately also have to find land number 7 to be able to steal Sackline.
Next turn we can block Sack, which is nice. No, don't do it.
What is this?
Don't do it.
Nothing good. Nothing good.
No whammies.
Huh?
Hey, that doesn't do anything.
It's fine.
I knew.
Hey, look, you're
the
paid
classic,
off, right?
The classic heads up play.
Oh,
we're so
okay.
close. We're
so now we just have to survive.
Watch us mill 3 lands. That's gonna be the classic sadness. Actually, we're not gonna mill 3 lands. It was only 1 land. Okay, so we get rid of Omen of the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. In it to win it.
In it to win it.
Every second counts, as they say. Classic.
Oh no! What is this? Ugh.
What madness is this? No.
Is this a Tessa training? That would be bad.
Oh, that would be really bad. Staggering Insight. I see.
That's
actually okay for us.
Not that bad at all, actually. That's
amazing. We get to steal it.
That's great, yeah.
Oh
my
god. Oh, this is best case scenario.
Alright, let's sack her. Now we just want to draw land so badly.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And we even get to equip Bronzehide Lion to our Soul Reaper of Mogus. And we get to gain 5 life. Wow, that staggering insight was such a good draw from our opponent for us.
It's actively great. It was actively great that they cast it there.
I know. It's just I feel like they should have put it on the Hyrax Tower Scout, right?
Yeah, I think that would make a lot more sense.
And then I have to chump with this thing, and I lose.
Without them even knowing the contents of our hand, I think.
Don't we just lose if they do that?
Yeah, we're put in a very bad position, basically.
We have to double chump, and we have no outs.
Yeah, okay. So
we would
We'll
have
just get rid
literally.
of the nightmare.
Yeah, we would have literally just died if they put it on that thing.
Wow. Yeah, we got a little bit lucky.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean,
It's like, so I don't know. I always define luck in this kind of scenario. Like, we got lucky in our opponent making a mistake, right? Like that's the way I like to look at it.
Yeah.
We can even bash with both here.
I would definitely bash
Yeah.
with both.
Oh. I thought you were gonna sack it for a second. I was like, oh no, don't do that.
We get to draw an extra card.
Nice. Now let's sack it for sure.
It just trips me out. Okay. Okay, so we'll bring it back, enchanting our
I guess it doesn't actually matter, right?
Soul Reaper is
We can't activate it.
Yeah, but we'd rather have it on our guy than in their graveyard.
For sure.
Maybe it was bad to. We go up to 6, but they get to use Sentinel's Eyes on their Hyrax, so maybe attacking with this guy was just bad. Though I guess we don't want to sacrifice.
I don't know. I think this is still fine.
We can just take 4.
Question is, do we want to just die to pump spell or Gull? This is interesting, right? Because there's a world where
we're gonna gain a life, so we don't lose the goal.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Like jumping doesn't seem as productive.
Yeah, I agree.
We might need it for a double block later.
We just die to whatever to combat trick, but that's like an acceptable risk. Oh, and we could have sacked in response too.
We can't sack it to what?
We could sack Timuric Calls the Dead.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I messed.
Doesn't actually matter because we can sack our
we can sack the Bronze-Hide Lion.
Yeah.
I told you it was good to equip.
Yeah.
We also have an Underworld Charger in the graveyard.
Yeah, so we can just straight up do both, right?
We can play
bash for 5.
Why are we bashing for 5? Oh, we're gonna.
Well, we're gonna kill. Yeah. Then we still lethal.
I was like, I thought you were gonna say we can Scophos and. I thought we were gonna say Scophos and Underworld Ragehound.
Oh yeah, and it's probably just better. Yeah, it's probably just better to play the War Maze Warden because that's just a lethal threat on its own. I guess so is the Ragehound, but
yeah, he's just a little bit bigger, beefier,
mm-hmm.
harder to kill. Wow, we've won 2 a couple of the games we've won have been absurdly close.
Yes, crazy close.
Wow, Destiny Spinner.
It was a good draw.
Helps
me jump
extra turn. They can Sentinel's Eyes.
Oh yeah, and they can even trade. That's nice for them. Yeah, that was a really good draw for them. Well, in a sense. So they can either trade with the zombie, have to chump with Spinner. That seems bad. They can chump or they can block Spinner on 3/4 Soul Reaper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, we still just attack with everything here.
And then we just play our 2 lethal threats. We just let the zombie die if they block it.
Yeah. Or, kind of interesting, because if they block, well, it depends what they block here. Okay, well, now we just sack the... Oh, no, so we don't sack, because we can...
lethal things.
Yeah, we just want to play the other thing, too. Never mind.
And it's another blocker, so if they did draw a removal spell, they don't just win. We even have time on the clock. Feels good.
Feels good.
Oh no.
This is Wrath?
Oh my gosh. That would have been a sick rip.
Well, if it's Wrath, we draw a card at least.
And we do have the Rage.
And when they're dead to multiple cards we have. The heck?
Oh, they just faded it. They were like, oh man, I'm gonna make him sweat.
Yeah, the classic tap tap concede, right?
Tap tap concede, and we are one game away from winning the match. On to the next one. Okay, so they're an Aura's deck, so we could maybe bring in the Venomous Hierophant.
Yes, I
Though
also kind
a
of
lot of
like.
this stuff has like first strike involved. Kind of like this guy.
I think maybe because their creatures are so big, we take out the Rage Hound.
The Rage Hound.
Yeah.
Because it'll just suicide in.
Yeah, maybe it's still like I think it's still a fine card.
They have a couple
I think
3/3s. I feel like they have a lot of 3/3s. Hierophant's gonna trade with those anyway. Maybe I kind of want Omen of the Forge because they have a Vexing Goal, right?
Yeah, I agree with Omen here.
Or do they not have a Vexing
Like,
Goal? Was this the opponent with Vexing
no,
Goal?
they do. Yeah, they do.
Like, I get confused because I know last opponent had a Vexing Goal.
Yeah, both were
Splash.
some variant of Bant and splashing something.
What do we cut for Omen of the Forge?
Aspect maybe? I don't know. Aspect helps us trade up.
I could see cutting Aspect. We could cut Hero of the games. Important.
Sure. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Goodbye, Hero. You will not be missed.
You got your wish.
I finally did it. I got him out of the deck. Ooh, this is a good hand.
Yeah.
Especially against Bant because they don't have like those cards that just own Tectonic Giant. Like the card that really wrecks Tectonic Giant is Fairy's Band Brawler because it comes into play and then it kills it.
Also, Irose's Blessing too, right?
Good point. Yeah. Agreed. I knew there was another card that I wasn't thinking of. Oh yes.
It's a nice rip.
Right off the old top of the deck. Doesn't let Destiny Spinner have its way. Meanwhile, opponent just gets natural Tron on the other side of the board.
Yeah. Boy, that's okay.
Wow, it can't be countered. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I literally have decks that like soft scoop to Destiny Spinner because I just can't deal with the can't be countered element. Like I had a deck that had like 3 Deny the Divines or something, and I had like sided in a counter spell, and they just played Destiny Spinner, and I was like, well, I can't win.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is terrible.
This is just a sad moment. Well, you got me, opponent.
Ooh, that's a nice draw with our Tectonic Giant.
Oh my gosh, what a rip. Okay, do we attack here?
I don't believe so. I think we just want to play because I think if I'm my opponent, I just block with Glory Bearers, and I don't really want that to happen.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to trade my turn. I don't want to trade my turn here for Glory Bearers.
You think they trade Glory Bearers for a 2/2 that requires mana?
I think they would trade my turn here. Yeah, I would very happily trade.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't even consider that they'd make that block. I just assumed they take it.
Oh, they might, and I think it's going to vary from player to player, right? I just know personally I wouldn't, and I don't want that to be an option for them. Basically, I'm just like I really want Tectonic Giant in play so that we can Rage Guard Berserker next turn.
Because Tech Giant into Rage Guard. I was considering attacking just as a social experiment. Not gonna lie. Just like, what kind of person is opponent? Is the opponent the type of person that, given the choice, will block or won't block?
I love that. Attacking as a social experiment.
One of the best moments of the format for me was when I had an Atris. My opponent played Atris against me, and I did all this thought process on like which pile to put which, and then chat pointed out that I'd put them backwards, so I put the face up pile face down. I didn't even consider it. I just clicked the 2 piles. Okay. Nice.
All right. Well, yeah, this is a little bit problematic. The nice thing is that we get to go Rage Guard Berserker, look at 2 cards. Hope to find important, basically.
Imagine if we'd killed. Why did they put it on Glory Bearers? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe so that the Tech Giant couldn't get in. I don't know.
Oh, that makes
or they
sense.
couldn't have a clean attack. They wouldn't have to And honestly, I think at this point in the game, if we don't hit Portent here, or something that can deal with this staggering insight, it's probably just right to run in the Tectonic Giant next
I'm
turn.
100% suiciding it in next turn.
Yeah, we have to just have to find an answer.
Yeah. Can we play it until the end of next turn? I feel like we're just gonna naturally draw Portent though. Like I feel like that's just kind of how these times. Like
that's how things have been going, right?
I can't believe we didn't have the third Portent in sooner. Like I feel like that card's like one of our best in the deck. Every time we've drawn it, it's been amazing.
Yeah, it has been very good.
The 3 just feels so risky.
Yeah, you can definitely end up with hands that it's just bad in.
Yeah, or you just have a hand that has like 2 of them, and you're just like, well, this is terrible.
Leaves mana up. Well, there it is. Do we go for it? I think we we have to. I don't think there's a reason to wait.
100%. We do lose out on the Lampad.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh well.
All right. Ooh, we topped that one too.
Wow.
Quite the sequence. So we don't attack, right? Because hold on. What does Dagger Insight say? Does it give? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Sorry. I thought for a second I was thinking it was.
We already did this once.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was like questioning it.
There was no questions last time this happened. It worked out very well for us.
You're like, what are you talking about?
Like,
we've done this before.
We've been through this routine. And I was like, wait,
yeah.
Why is he second guessing it now? You didn't second guess it last time.
Because some cards are templated where like the aura's controller draws the card.
Yeah. For sure, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's like you could sometimes put stuff on, like if you put Curious Obsession on your opponent's creature, you would still draw.
Yeah, which is weird.
It's really funny.
It's basically pacifism at that point.
Wow.
Calyx. All right, so there's the Calyx that we thinking might be in their deck. And yeah, it deals X to Planeswalkers too.
But we don't even have to do that. We can just kill the Glory Bearers. Wow. Oh my gosh. What a sick deck.
Yeah, their deck is quite good.
Okay.
Omens, that doesn't really do that much here. So this is definitely a turn where there's a lot of lines, right? There's a lot of things to consider. We could attack with, well, it's just baseline what happens if we attack with everything. They likely go like Bearer on Berserker, Tech Giant gets double blocked, and then maybe...
If we attack with everything, I would probably just kill Bearer first.
If you're the opponent?
No, if I was...
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, what are the blocks opponent would...
No, but, like, shouldn't we calculate blocks as if Glory Bearers is dead, because we would just intervention it?
Well, no, because we might just be able to save the intervention. Like, I'm trying to figure out if this attack is good enough that we can save the intervention.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something we want to do, but it's just like the option is there, right? So if we do just attack with everything, they either make chumps somewhere or we kill Calyx. Both those are good, but I think, like you're suggesting, I think it is just better to intervention the Bearer. And then we just see what we get off of the Tech Giant.
And then if
Tech Giant doesn't deal damage to Planeswalkers, right?
No, it doesn't. I just checked. They probably double block it with the things, and then we get our Omen to kill another one of their creatures, maybe. Oh no, that doesn't work because it's slightly less damage. But either way, I like killing it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And then we can see what we find off Tech Giant. Attack Calyx, attack Calyx, attack Calyx. Hold back at Lampad.
Let's see.
Lampad plus Omen can finish something off.
Yeah, let's just bash with Lampad. I don't think we care that much about Lampad right now.
At Calyx?
Yeah.
Oh, and Omen.
If I'm opponent, because the thing is, if I'm opponent, I'm just thinking, okay, my Calyx is dead anyways. I'm just gonna try to eat 2 of their creatures, right? I'm gonna try to or eat 1 of their creatures, and that is gonna allow us to Omen at the 4 drop something.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, that was
even better. Okay,
sick mind game right there.
Oh, wait. Did we play land this turn?
I think we did. Never mind.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
did.
did.
We did. You're right.
I shouldn't have
Okay.
played the land. I maybe shouldn't have played the land, but I did.
No, it's all good.
I had seemed to remember having played it. We are getting so much value out of this. Okay, so now I have 2 Sentinel's Eyes to make this into a 4/4.
That's big.
Yeah, not a huge deal.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Do we scry on upkeep?
Don't think so. With this tech giant in play.
Why does Tech Giant? Oh, because they have another spell to draw, probably. I think they're supposed to make the Vexing Gull into a 4/4. Make their own Sarah Angel. Build your own bear. Or in this case, the Sarah Angel. Or in this case,
yes,
build a Pokemon. Sorry. I don't know why that just like I have a friend that always says that. Okay, so they're building their own ground 4/5.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay.
Now we just bash with everything but Tectonic Giant.
Everything but Tectonic Giant?
But we could even just bash Tectonic Giant. Look, I think they're at a high enough life total that, like, I don't think we should just throw away this Tectonic Giant.
I like drawing an extra card, but I see what you mean. They'll just trade here. They'll eat this.
Then again, if we do attack Tectonic Giant, then we get an extra card. They trade. We get in for 5, and we have War Priest, and we have a lot more velocity than them. So maybe it's just. I think either way, it's close. I think I would like err on the side of not attacking there, but I think other way it's fine.
Oh, that worked out really well.
Oh well, no, they're just gonna trade me. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right. For a second, I was like,
well.
wait, why would we? Yeah. Okay. Sick. Okay, now we're in great shape.
We even have this scry action.
If we can scry on upkeeps to give our Slaughter Priest an additional boost too.
Yeah, that's worth it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we don't have anything above.
Those are the
5
type plays that I just like don't even consider, and then it's just like, wow, masterful, just
got to get in that extra damage.
Incredible, especially because now they're dead next turn.
Yeah,
because 9 + 7 is 16, whereas they wouldn't have been before. Just like the tight plays, because we have unlimited mana anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think opponent's about to scoop it up.
I think so.
I'm ready. Opponent, do it. Hit me.
Yeah, get in there on this one.
Want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah, let's hear it.
In the United Kingdom, I have yet to find a place that sells lemonade. They only sell fizzy lemonade.
Really?
That was less of a fun fact. That I had an initial fun fact, but that other fun fact made me look really stupid, so I decided to share a different fun fact.
Well, that's odd, because that just seems like such a simple, like...
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's just like... Huh.
They have orange juice. They have, like, apple juice. They have a lot of, like, elderberry juice. Or not elderberry. Not elderberry. Elderflower. Like, it's just weird. I don't understand.
What does that even taste like?
I can't describe it. I've had it before, but it's just like bizarre that they don't have normal lemonade. It's just not a thing.
I thought you were going to tell me that you haven't encountered a magic shop there or something.
Oh, no. Other fun fact. In the southern hemisphere, I recently learned summer is winter. And not just...
Dude, that is so weird. Just yesterday, that clicked. Yeah.
Like, so the thing was I always knew that the seasons were backwards. Like, I
yes,
always knew that it was warm there,
yeah.
But I didn't know that they literally called it summer.
That is exactly what happened to me yesterday.
Like, December, January, February is literally called summer in the southern hemisphere. I always thought it was like, oh, it's winter, but it's warm, like it as if it was summer. But no, they actually just call it summer. So my friend was on summer vacation in winter for like most of the world. Another fun fact, only like 12% of the world lives in the southern hemisphere.
That is not very many people.
That is not as high as I thought it was. I always thought that the Southern Hemisphere was way higher than it was.
That's so funny that we both like just learned that, and we're full-grown adults.
Yeah, I know. I had a life before that fact sunk in, and now I have a life after that fact. So yeah, those are the fun facts. If you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave a hashtag fun facts to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember to check out all of Court of Call's stuff. There will be links to that in the description. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any questions. That is going to do it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys next time.